What is up, people? It is me, Monster58. Welcome back to another episode of Armored Core 6, Fires of Rubicon. Previously, we ended up going through all of Rank E in the arena, and then we also ended up going to meet Cinder Carla, seemingly another maybe colleague or another person that Walter knows, and visiting her and the Dozers, as well as she is the fact that she is the leader of RAD, is sort of like a weapons-like supplier, weapons, manufacturer supplier, essentially, like a third party. And ended up going there. She ended up attacking us and seeing what we were made of, but luckily we were able to beat that big smart cleaner that we ended up fighting, and she is going to help us now find a way up to the ice field, or over to the ice field, if we do a couple of jobs for her. But first things first, as you can see, I've got a new AC, and actually, funnily enough, we've got a lot of them. So I've updated Raven, or at least the New Beginnings one, the main one. We've done a little bit of customization here. Got the minigun. Same for the most part. Other than that, maybe changed a few of the actual parts around. Updated the heavy artillery with double songbirds, double of the miniguns as well. Did a little bit more customization on it. Updated the lightweight a bit as well. Got some new legs, got some new arms. The arms that Rusty has. Changed the headpiece as well as changed the chest as well. So got that going as well. We also have this new one called Making a Point, called the Mega Driver with the pile bunker. Got the Curtis as well. Got a songbird and a nice missile launcher to help set up that pile bunker as well. And finally, as you guys saw in the previous part, I ended up saying how, like, or maybe a couple of parts ago, where I talked about those electric shotguns, or shotguns, or like charge guns. I have both of those on this, which is going to be our first dual-wield gun AC that I am going to, or our second dual-wield gun AC that I have. Dual-wield Tetra, I think it looks really cool. I'm very happy with how this came out. There's still some more changes I'll end up making, probably with the generator eventually, or maybe even the chip, but for the most part, I think we're good to go here. Got a songbird, got a massive missile launcher on it as well. It's pretty heavily armored. Overall, yeah, pretty solid stuff. And so, I think we're going to go with our tried and true. Maybe I'll actually, yeah, maybe we'll go with our, actually, should I go with our tried and, yeah, I'll go with our tried and true for the time being. And we will go and continue through our story, because there's no arena, there's no training that we have to do, and so, let's get right into the story. Alright, our next mission: eliminate the Dozer faction.
Ah, my favorite little tourist. About my promise to take you up top. I need a little help cleaning up first. You see, a certain someone smashed up all my defense hardware. And now I've got rival Dozers muscling in. It's the Junker Coyotes. We never did get on. Always sniffing around and snapping at our heels. They're dull company, tourist. One thing, though. They're using RADMTs, hot from the black market. They might be a pack of dumb animals, but at least they know quality workmanship. Anyway, you know the score. You made this mess, now you get to clean it up. Well, technically, I'm asking you to make a whole new mess. Ah, whatever. You know what to do. Now get out there.
Alrighty, our orders are pretty clear. Just gotta get rid of the Junker Coyotes. Nothing too crazy. Without further ado, let's head out.
Your handler didn't authorize this sortie either. But we shouldn't miss this chance. I'll support you.
Alrighty, so we're figuring out, and I did get it wrong at the beginning of the episode. RAD and the Junker Coyotes, the Dozers, are different, so that's my fault there. Alright.
Let's get rolling, tourist. Get out there and bag me some coyotes.
You're already moving in, Raven. Let's handle it.
Hey! We got an AC! Never seen one like that before. Must have got a sweet deal from Carla.
Send in the punchers and kickers!
Engineers. When did those
detected. I'll mark their location.
Figured you could handle this on your own. So I called off my MTs. No time to do some payments anyhow.
Ugh, fellas, we got company! And it ain't dumbass Rummy. That one of RAD's newbies. This one's got her.
This one's on you for taking out Rummy.
AP at 50%.
Confirmed. Coyote force eliminated.
Looks like it's over. Guess I was right to pick you for the job. And now, it's my turn to help you.
Alrighty, not too bad at all. Yeah. This mission just very much like one of the first couple of missions we did, where we had to get rid of Dafong and stuff like that. Just very simple. Just destroy all of the terrible enemies. So nothing crazy, but it does get us in Carla's good graces. So yeah, we found out a little bit obviously about Rummy too, about how we actually ended up killing, one of her comrades, but a guy who was very high on Coral, very clearly, especially if you listen to his slurred speech. But regardless, we are now in Carla's relatively good graces, on her good side, right? So.
One new message.
Guess you noticed that job from Balaam and decided to take it. I see you're heading for the cargo launcher now. Not a bad idea, I'll give you that. Keep heading for the ice field. I'll take care of some loose ends in the meantime.
Alrighty, looks like Walter's got some other business to take care of, but I think it is our time to head to the ice field, I believe. And it's crazy, Chapter 2 is already over. I know this is sort of the final mission of Chapter 2, but we'll be continuing after this, because this episode would be way too short if I only did these two missions. So, without further ado, folks, welcome to the Ocean Crossing.
We're continuing through Grid 086, toward the Intercontinental Cargo Launcher. As promised, Carla has agreed to serve as our guide. I'm not sure how safe it is to trust a dozer. But if we turn her down, we turn her knowledge down as well. One more thing, Raven. Cinder, Carla's nickname. That's what the Rubiconians call survivors of the fires of Ibis. But if the fires happened half a century ago... well, it could just be some dozer inside joke.
And once again, I get it wrong. Yeah, I'm just getting confused with my dozers. But yeah, they're all dozers. It's just their rival dozers were the coyotes, right? So, regardless, for this, the AC that we're going to be used is the last one I ended up making, which is the dual-wheel tetrapod. So we're going to load this up, get this going. Now, you also kind of want an AC that can at least move decently quickly, and you'll understand why going forward. But even though this guy doesn't exactly have the quickest quick boosts, at the end of the day, I think it's enough. So we'll be able to get our way through this, and I'll show you what I mean. So without further ado, folks, let's head to the Ocean Crossing.
This will be our third sortie together, Raven. I'm quite enjoying the routine.
Main system activating combat mode.
Here we go, tourist. I'll lead the way, just as promised. But after this, you owe me one.
Alrighty. Keep it moving here.
This elevator goes straight to the top of the grid, the outer shell. Sadly, that's beyond my territory. I mean, once you're out there, the PCA satellites see everything. A few of the stupider dozers took it as this challenge, went out to prove themselves. You can guess what happened.
Yep. So, as soon as we get out here...
We've arrived at the top. Sending you new marker data. As Juan said, at this altitude, we're within firing range of the PCA's satellites.
So, as soon as we get out here, we're going to get targeted by satellite cannons. Think of them like that. If you maybe know, like Tony Stark or something like that, he had a giant satellite cannon. Essentially, they're going to shoot from above. The best thing to do is to just move and keep moving, dodge when you hear the warning signs, and I will show you where my route that I usually take. So, alright, let's move. I jumped right down here right away.
Intruder detected in forbidden sector. Terminating target.
So, what you'll find is you'll find a lot of, like, drones and stuff here.
PCA security system.
Very easily get rid of them. They're not too bad. Alright. Alright, now here, you're going to have to move. And what I recommend is below this bridge, you can go under it. So I would recommend doing that. So let's move. Alright, go here. And then I recommend doing your best to...
I know.
And then what you're going to want to do, you see that little platform over there? You're going to want to assault boost right over.
Nice moves, tourist.
So that will basically instantly stagger you. So you want to go up here, and then we'll go right under here. And then what you want to do is lay your energy recover if you don't have enough, and then, well, we'll get rid of this, get rid of that, or there you go. Okay. Get rid. Ow. Get rid of those. Okay. Don't worry about taking too much damage, but it is nice to feel like you're sneaking around here. So as soon as we get out here, we're going to assault boost up to that location. Dodge. Oh, we dodged it.
Satellite range. Raising threat level.
We're not far from the cargo launcher.
Intruder detected near closed facility.
Might as well clean up while you're here, tourist. Never did care for the upstairs hours.
Okay. Got all the drones.
To see. Let's get the cargo launcher ready.
There. Access the container.
Yep, and if you can tell, we've got a supply Sherpa, so you can kind of understand where we're going from here. So everyone get ready. Just to tell you, what you're going to fight is going to come from above here, so get ready.
You can just step inside.
What is it? Enemy detected.
Great. We found a sea weapon. That tourist is a sea spider. One of the Institute's relics left to haunt Rubicon. What's it doing here?
So, the Sea Spider, this thing can be pretty tough. It is...
That machine was created by a bunch of mad scientists, tourist. Fires by this may have taken the Institute.
Ow! As you can see, this thing can be pretty tough. Ow, I'm screwing up right now. Okay. This thing has a lot of AoE attacks, so be careful about those. Oh my god. Ugh. That sucks. Alright, so once you get it to half, it's going to start flying. Just like you are, actually, if you're playing a Tetrapod AC.
What the? It's taking off. No. This could be some good R&D data. Get back to the machine.
I thought I was dead there. I think I might be dead anyway. Yeah, I might be. Yeah, damn. I'm screwing this up real bad.
Found a sea weapon. That tourist is a sea spider. One of the Institute's relics left to haunt Rubicon. Now what's it doing here? That machine was created by a bunch of mad scientists, tourist. Fire's madness may have taken the Institute. Their dirty work survived. There's a sea weapon out for some control. What the? It's taking off.
Another coral response. Watch out.
No. This could be some good R&D data. Can't wait to get back to the workshop. Smash it up, tourist. Push back, tourist.
Boom!
The generator's going to explode.
Goodness me, that was tough. Even with my new build, that was really tough. I'm used to doing it with more ammo.
They were using coral for fuel.
That was quite the show, tourist. How about we get back on track? Hop in the container. I'll operate the launcher from here.
So my best tips for this thing are mainly to dodge its melee attacks, try and understand where its lasers are going, and in addition to that, understand that staying on the ground, or at least not moving while you're on the ground when it gets into its flight mode, is really scary because of that big coral explosion it shoots off. But yeah, as you can see, I was using coral for fuel. Essentially, if you think about it from Air's perspective, it's using people as fuel, consciousness, you know, beings. So,
Brace yourself. By the way, tourist, you're Walter's hound, right? Well, I guess a dog can't choose its master. But still, tough luck. I feel sorry for you. I really do. Oh, and one more thing. You know the cargo launcher's strictly for cargo, right? No one's ever used it to launch themselves before. At least not in one piece. Hope your luck changes.
Raven? You see it too, don't you? The voices of the coral. Currents coursing across Rubicon. Walter was correct in his judgment. The coral. It's here, in this desolate place.
Alright, so we have arrived at the ice field, and it seems that we've learned more that Walter's hounds, obviously through maybe the Watchpoint mission with Sula, now with Carla's input. Handler Walter's hounds aren't exactly known for being star pupils, if you know what I mean.
Augmented human C4621. Entering standard mode. 2 new messages.
Looks like you've made it to the central ice field, 621. Good. I'm done tying up loose ends. Arquebus found their own way in and are ready to deploy survey squads. And it looks like Balaam's come running after you scoped out the place too. You know what's going to happen. Business as usual. But you can make it work for us.
Registration number RB23. Call sign, Raven. Your records have been updated. D-rank virtual encounters are now available in the arena. These correspond to the middle ranks. We invite you to further hone your technique.
Raven, I was looking into the arena, and I discovered something you might want to know about. It's a network service that was labeled Nest, with no obvious clues about its purpose. From what I can tell, it's a special mercenary support program, encrypted and kept secret. I've installed a backdoor, so you'll have no trouble getting in as you please.
Air really doing God's work. If you really want me to be truthful, Ness is essentially the multiplayer. So as you can see, you can have custom matches, ranked matches, and stuff like that, but nothing crazy. It's just your standard multiplayer access. But gonna take a look at the mission though, just so we can see what we have next for us. Yes, I know exactly what this mission is. So steal survey data. We're not going to do that quite yet. What I think we'll do is we'll show off some of the parts that we can buy. These machine guns here are pretty good. The Zimmerman is like, it probably is the best shotgun in the entire game, and I'm going to end up using it on one of my, on my lightweight build, so we're actually going to buy one right now and equip it. Looks like we have the big missile launcher, another missile launcher. Oh wait, no, this is the electric one. I don't know how good this thing is. Haven't looked too much into it. I might look up after this video and take a look. You have this as well. This is a new melee weapon. I don't find myself ever really using this at all. This one's not, I don't find it all that great. And then you have all the same weapons that we did before. We do have this, but I haven't seen many people use this either. I prefer using the Zimmermans. And then for shoulder cannons, we have basically this, but with more missiles. Let's see what else we got here. Got another shield, but I don't care about shields. About that. Oh yeah, we have more, pieces that I still haven't bought yet. Yeah, we have these. These are more armored versions of the legs I have in my lightweight, and then we have a smaller tank body, which I'll end up building an AC from because yeah, it's pretty cool. And it's a lot faster than obviously the big one. Has less AP, but yeah. More boosters. No new generator. Actually, these are new. I think I haven't seen these yet. Probably end up taking a look at these, but To end off the episode, let's do some arena. So first thing we're going to do, though, is we're going to go into AC data. We're going to load the lightweight, and then what we're going to do is we're going to go into assembly, and we're going to change this shotgun to the Zimmerman, and then we are going to AC data. We're going to go to save. And then we're going to load the pile bunker one, so I can show you how strong this melee weapon is, and we are going to go into the arena and start to do our D rank encounters. So, our first D rank encounter, Gun 3, Wu Hua Hai. Gun 3 of the Red Guns, the Balaam Group's AC squad. A born con artist, no scheme was too underhanded for Wu Huahai. I so much apologize for mispronouncing that. During his days as a criminal mastermind, and exploitation of others was a byword for opportunity. However, his illicit feng shui pharmacy option was a fatal overstep in imperiling the health of Balaam's economic sphere and leading to widespread disease. It was Nile, now the deputy commander of the Red Guns, who's essentially the same as V2 Snail is for the Vespers, who ultimately shut Wu Huahai down. So, give me 1 second and we'll hop right into this. Alrighty, sorry about that, folks, but we are good to go, so let's hop into it.
Arena Combat Aptitude Evaluation Program, number 22. Entering rank D. Subject AC, Li Long. Call sign, Gun 3, Wu Hua Hai. Commencing evaluation.
Alrighty, let's fight this guy. I think we'll be pretty decent against this guy. Nice, okay. Trying to... Ow, stunned me there. And you can see how much damage that does. Okay, that's what I was telling you. This does so much damage. It's actually crazy how much damage the pile bunker does when you land it. Boom! Easy.
Target destroyed. Concluding evaluation. Well done.
You can see, man, that pile bunker did way more than it did, like 70% of his health with one hit. And when you have like melee close range stuff, oh my god, it does so much damage. You can get some insane damage out of this melee weapon. Alrighty, I think with that all out of the way, I'm looking at the time for recording. Actually, wait. Actually, because I'm gonna end up cutting a good chunk of the failed attempts for the for you know what. So without further ado, we'll do one more of these arenas, and then we'll save the other two for the beginning of the next episode, and then we'll get into it from there. So to end off our episode, let us do our next one, which is V5 Hawkins. Excuse me. Sorry there, I had to cut because I accidentally was reading V5 Hawkins's description when I realized that we have to actually fight Ring Freddy. For some reason, the next did not just register with me. But our next encounter, and the last one we're going to do for today, because this will be around the length of a general episode that I would want. Welcome to Ring Freddy, a warrior of the Rubicon Liberation Front. Paramour and personal attendant to Dolmayan, Freddy maintains an aloof distance from his fellow comrades. An admirer of the inner world of Dolmayan's mind, he entered the battlefield so that the father of the Liberation Front would never need to be alone. So essentially, Father Dolmayan, as we've sort of gotten to the leader of the Rubicon Liberation Front, or, you know, the one everyone is, you know, worships in the Rubicon Liberation Front. This is essentially, to my understanding, his right-hand man. So without further ado, let's go and fight him.
Arena Combat Aptitude Evaluation Program, number 21, rank D. Subject AC, Candle Ring. Call sign, Ring Freddy. Commencing evaluation.
Double missile launchers and double songbirds. Man, what a surprise. But he's got the small tank leg, so he moves pretty quickly. But, alright, I think we should be okay, though. He does move very fast. Oh, ow. Oh, you already activated his shield. Okay. Gotta dodge. Ow, ow, ow. I missed. Alright, got a little bit there. Miss. Ow, ow, ow. Actually might lose. Oh my god! That was so close. I can't believe I beat him with 1 health. But dead.
Target destroyed. Concluding evaluation. Well done.
So most of the weapons that have like a full charge melee, like the melee weapons that have like a full charge melee, they also have, generally speaking, just a quick melee as well. So that was why I was able to still use the pile bunker without actually having to use the full stab motion of it. That guy was the toughest one by far because he was hard to pinpoint because he was moving around really quickly because of the tank legs. But with that all out of the way, we have completed Chapter 2 of Armored Core 6 Fires of Rubicon. We found out, really that it's true that in the ice field there really is this huge coral reserve, as Air has now told us about, essentially her brothers and sisters as she keeps calling them. And we also found out how, Cinder Carla, her name, Cinder, is, named after people who survived the Fires of Ibis, the war of the coral initially before where we are at now, before this point in time as well. And so we're starting to learn more and more about how these characters all work together, and how Walter doesn't exactly have the best reputation for having his hounds, which is us and the other previous, 619 and 620, stuff like that, right? Against when we found out against Sula, and we have now made it to the ice field. We are ready to do our surveys of that. But next time on Armored Core 6 Fires of Rubicon, we will be continuing going through the arena, finishing off the arena encounters, and then going in and continuing and starting Chapter 3 of Armored Core 6. So hope you guys look forward to that. So I thank you guys so much for taking the time to watch this video. Please like, comment, rate, and subscribe. Share this video with your friends, and also follow me in the socials. Those will be linked in the description below. And with that, guys, once again, thank you so much for taking the time to watch this video, and I'll catch you on the next one. Hope you guys have a wonderful day. Peace.
High ambitions and the right mind can take you so far. It's like you lived a few lifetimes.